The veteran Ethan Cole believed his greatest challenge was restoring the derelict house. He was wrong. His true test came not from the rotting beams or sagging roof, but from Rex, his loyal German shepherd. Every day, without fail, Rex would sit motionless in the library, his amber eyes fixed on a single blank wall. He wouldn't bark or scratch, just press his ear against the cold wood, as if listening to a whisper buried deep within the house. It was a quiet obsession, one that grew more intense with each passing week. Cole couldn't explain it, but he knew Rex didn't do anything without reason. And so, he began to wonder, what was the dog hearing? What truth lay behind that lifeless wall? It wasn't brick or insulation. It was something older, something hidden, a secret sealed away nearly a century ago, waiting only for the right pair of ears to find it. And when Cole finally uncovered it, the revelation would not only change the fate of the house, but rewrite the entire history of the town. Please support us by subscribing to the channel. The low rumble of the diesel engine was the only constant in Ethan Cole's world. For 3 days, it had been his companion, a steady mechanical heartbeat cutting through the silence of the open road. Inside the cab, Cole gripped the worn leather of the steering wheel, his knuckles tight, his gaze locked on the gray ribbon of asphalt ahead. He was in his early 40s, tall, lean, built by years of endurance, not show. His short brown hair carried the first dusting of silver at the temples, and his face bore the quiet lines of a man who had seen too much. His clothes were simple, a faded navy and gray plaid shirt over a plain tee, worn jeans, and sturdy boots, clothes made for work, not conversation. Every few minutes, his eyes flicked to the rearview mirror. A habit, a reflex. The road behind was always empty. Towering Douglas firs rose on either side, their peaks vanishing into low-hanging mist. There were no threats here, no enemies. But the part of his brain forged in war zones still scanned the shadows. It never rested. It never let go. Then a soft whine broke the silence. From the passenger seat, Rex lifted his noble head and rested it gently on Cole's shoulder. The German shepherd's thick coat was a rare mix of wolf gray and white, his intelligent eyes full of a loyalty that needed no words. He wasn't just a dog. He was an anchor, a presence that kept Cole from drifting into the dark tides of memory. 4 months after his discharge, Cole had tried to return to normal. He tried the city, its noise, its chaos, its relentless pace. He tried the suburbs, its polite fences and quiet suffocation. Nothing worked. The ghosts were too loud. The silence too heavy. The only thing that stayed with him, the only thing that never judged or flinched, was Rex. So one morning, with little more than savings and a duffel bag, Cole got in the truck and drove west. No plan, no destination, just the hope that somewhere, the world would finally leave him in peace. That's how he found Havenwood, Oregon. The town appeared like a mirage in the fog, a quiet valley nestled between endless forests. A single main street, a diner, a grocery store, nothing more. It felt like the edge of everything. For the first time in years, Cole felt something other than dread. It might have been hope. He parked in front of a small office with a sign, Havenwood, Real Estate. Inside, Mr. Evans, the town's only agent, looked up with a weary but kind smile. Passing through, he asked. Looking to stay, Cole replied, his voice rough from disuse. Somewhere quiet, away from the road. Evans studied him. The military posture, the haunted eyes, the tension in his shoulders. He'd seen men like Cole before. We've got plenty, he said slowly, pulling a yellowed photo from a corkboard. But most need work. He handed it over. A 2-story farmhouse, Victorian style, half swallowed by ivy, porch sagging. Old Grayson Place, Evans said. Been on the market for years. Price is low, but people say it hums. Feels watched. No one lasts long. Cole stared at the photo. He didn't see a haunted house. He saw a mission. Cole saw broken things that could be fixed. He saw a structure with strong bones beneath the decay. He saw a challenge that would demand everything. His focus, his skill, his energy. A mission could save a man. It could give him a reason to wake each morning. It could silence the ghosts, if only for a few hours. He looked past the photo, through the window, to the truck where Rex sat, watching. A promise of loyalty. I'll take a look, Cole said, his voice firm. The drive to the property was long, narrow roads. then a gravel track swallowed by forest. Evans warned him again. It's not just the repairs. It's the stories. The last family left in a hurry. Said the house had a hum. A sound that got under your skin. Cole nodded. He didn't care. When the trees finally parted, the house stood in the clearing. The photo hadn't done it justice. It was a giant, worn down by time and neglect. Paint peeled. Windows shattered. Weeds choked the yard. It was a wreck. A disaster. And it was his. Evans stepped out, grim. Well, there she is. The soldier's folly. Cole scanned the property. Not with despair, but with the cool gaze of an engineer. He saw weak points. He saw decay. But he also saw strength. Rex sat alert, ears twitching. The paperwork was signed on the hood of the truck. Cole handed over a cashier's check, his last savings. A reckless gamble. A leap of faith. As Evans drove away, Cole stood alone. Let's inspect the new barracks, he said quietly. He pushed open the creaking door. Musty air rushed out. Damp wood, dust, decay. Inside, the house was frozen in time. Furniture under sheets. Cobwebs like chandeliers. Dust on every surface. He moved through the rooms, testing walls, peering into fireplaces. Rex stayed close, uneasy, sniffing corners, body low. Then, in the living room, Cole felt it. A vibration. A low thrum rising through the floor. He closed his eyes, focused, and heard it. A deep, resonant hum. Rex growled, ears flat. The house had a voice. And it was not peaceful. The first week was a blur of labor. Cole worked from sunrise to sunset, clearing debris, patching roofs, tearing out rotten floors. Each task was a victory. But the hum never stopped. It lingered at the edge of hearing, louder at night, when silence should have reigned. He checked systems, water, power, furnace. All dead. No source. He crawled under the house, flashlight in hand, searching for cracks, hollow spots. The hum was stronger there, vibrating through the earth. But its origin was elusive. Frustration grew. His logic failed. The mission stalled. And Rex? He was digging, frantic, desperate, every day in the same muddy patch behind the house. Just chasing moles, Cole muttered. But Rex wouldn't stop. He'd dig, then bark, then stare at Cole. A message. One evening, as dusk bled into purple. Sky Cole watched. Rex wasn't playing. He was trying to tell him something. A shift occurred. Cole remembered his training. Trust your unit. Rex was his unit. All right, buddy, he said. I hear you. He grabbed a shovel. Dug for an hour. Hit resistance. Then water surged. Clear, cold, flowing from deep underground. An artesian spring, blocked by debris. The hum? Pressure. Water pushing against the foundation. Physics, not ghosts. Cole dug a trench. Redirected the flow. The hum faded. Then, silence. Absolute. Sacred. He collapsed, laughing. Rex licked his face. You did it, boy. You saved us. Weeks passed. Peace settled. The house no longer felt like an enemy. Cole rebuilt with purpose, sanding floors, repairing windows, clearing brush. He and Rex fell into rhythm. Mornings for work. Afternoons on the porch, watching light filter through trees. Rex, calm now, dozed at his feet. But then, a new mystery. In the library, Rex began to stare at a solid wood-paneled wall. No doors. No windows. Just silence. He'd sit, head cocked, ear pressed to the wood, whining softly. Not fear, curiosity. Cole remembered the spring. He trusted Rex now. He measured the room. Compared it to the exterior. The wall was 6 feet too close. There was a space behind it. A hidden room. He searched the attic. Found a cardboard tube. Inside, original blueprints, dated 1905. The library was deeper. A small room labeled Private Study was missing. The blueprint showed a door, exactly where Rex was focused. Cole grinned. Let's see what they were hiding. He pried open the panel. Behind it, plaster. Then wood. A sealed door. He wedged the pry bar. Cracked the seal. Pushed. The door groaned open. Darkness. Stale air. Dust. He stepped in. Flashlight beam cut through. A desk. A chair. 3 steamer trunks. He opened the first, stacks of 1920s cash. The second, bearer bonds. A fortune. The third, on top, a leather journal, dust-free. He opened it. May 12, 1931. The handwriting was strong. The entries, detailed. A ledger. A life. A man named Silas Voss. A Depression-era outlaw, robbed to feed his family, betrayed by his partner, Daniel Grayson. The house's builder. The money was hidden. The partner took it all. Cole sat, torn. Take it, live in peace, or honor the truth. He looked at Rex. The dog didn't care about money. He cared about Cole. The choice was made. He contacted Dr. Miriam Shaw, a historian. She arrived, stunned. This could rewrite history, she said. Then, Nathan Grayson, great-grandson, arrived. In a luxury car. Calm. Respectful. Offered a deal. The Grayson Heritage Fund would restore the house. Cole would be its curator. Paid. Respected. In return, the betrayal would be framed as a complex footnote, not a scandal. Justice not through revenge, but preservation. Healing through truth. 1 year later, the house stood restored. A plaque read, once forgotten, now remembered. It was the Cedar Hollow Historical Center. Cole walked into town. People waved, smiled, asked about Rex. No more isolation. No more hum. On the porch at dusk, Rex rested his head on Cole's lap. The silence was no longer empty. It was full of peace. Cole hadn't healed because he fixed a house. He healed because he trusted the one who never left his side. Some truths aren't found in logic, but in loyalty. And the deepest peace isn't in silence, but in being truly seen. If this story moved you, share it. Like, subscribe. Because every soul searching for peace deserves to know they're not alone.